Hello and welcome to Studio Stories presented by the ARC Foundation for the Arts. Here we visit artists who have made Baroda their home. They have welcomed us into their homes and studios to talk about their diverse lives, stories, and choices, all united in their conviction towards the arts. Vijay Bagodi began his journey with art as a young man in Gulbarga. Popular cinema posters were his gateway into the world of the arts, and he jumped into the unknown armed only with his sketchbook. There is a quiet drama palpable in his works. With the masterful use of light and shadow, Bagodi choreographs vivid scenes of suspension that feel almost theatrical. The animals and humans in his works convey an interplay of nuanced yet powerful emotion in unexpected ways. His works have been displayed across the globe throughout his practice spanning almost 40 years, including at the Eminent Printmakers of India show at the Print Biennale. His practice embodies his years of search for a distinctive visual language and the mentorship he has given to generations of young artists and students. Most of this is a reflection of his own sense of wonder as a student at interacting with his heroes who had become his teachers. In our conversation, Bagodi's risk taking and sense of adventure have almost been eclipsed by the soft spoken humility with which he downplays his many achievements. We want to know about your childhood. When did you know that you wanted to become an artist?
See, my childhood uh, uh, journey was very, uh, frail. I wasn't knowing that like those who are doing drawing or painting, they will become an artist like this. So I was just doing because I knew how to draw and all actually. So I used to do like paintings like goddesses and gods and goddesses. So basically, those kind of work during my childhood time actually. So then, since we were in a rented place, our owners used to be a film distributor,
Okay.
yeah. So I was partly working for them also actually, taking their prints from one place to another place and all. I used to get pocket money and all.
Well,
Actually.
how old were you?
So this was around high school or school to high school, so they since they were distributing those films, so I since I knew paint and all, so I used to cater this kind of thing for them. So they used to take to the film theaters and make it a nice frame and put it in the theaters. So then, from his own family, the elder son was a doctor actually. So they were seeing my art since from their childhood also, because we were living together actually. In those days, the rented house are not like you can't enter their house. It's not like that. We grown together only, all their childrens and myself. So the their elder son, he knew in Gulbarga like many people so same way like he knew the teacher who taught me beginning art practice, so so he introduced me to them, he is a professor, Vijay Andani is called. He's a principal of that particular college actually. So, so he asked me, come and show me what I already heard about you, but I wanted to see, because since I was putting my artwork in theaters, people knew
Right.
by then by name, like. But I was quietly working and quietly, in a remote area. So I myself was not knowing many people actually. So I was first met the uh, principal. He said, you can enroll here, and I started going there from the next day itself actually.
So what kind of material were you using?
I was using basically this camel watercolor box, and I didn't knew about many kind of colors you get to paint, many kind of papers you will get, like since I was not very well-to-do family, my family was not very well-to-do actually. So since whatever material I used to see, I used to draw and I used to paint on that actually. I knew the kind of pigment you paint on the
Right.
walls and all. I knew that. I also tried all those things. I did many also, just to earn pocket money. So all that I did. But again, they are all gods and goddesses images and these, Nehru, Lal Bahadur Shastri, these kind of images I used to do actually. So that is where my actual art practice, in the sense training, began.
Tell us a little bit about your home. How was home? What was home like?
Our home was not a very big home, one kitchen and one room. My father, my mother and grandmother and my mother's sister used to live with us also, and with the three my younger brothers. So
You were the eldest.
yeah, I was the eldest. I am the eldest.
And did you have responsibility at the?
Of course, I had a responsibility because my father was doing as a, it's called munim. It's supposed to be accountant. Like so in the private this thing actually. So he never used to earn that kind of money actually to look after every this thing. Since I was the eldest, he was always expecting me to, join somewhere to earn money. Like, so he put me in one of his friends' signboard artist actually. So he is known in that particular area. So I tried that also actually. So he was quite happy. Then he said, no, don't put him here. He is good at it. So, you take him, you put him in the college only actually. After when I was started going to this particular college, then gradually that teacher told me, you go to, no, he didn't tell. He said, you go to Mumbai and join for the JJ School of Art.
Okay.
Where you get your art will be appreciated much better, and you'll get some financial support also actually. So I said, how do I get some financial? I said, he said, you apply for the loan, bank loan. I know manager and all. You apply for the loan, and they will give you, from that money you can study in JJ School of Art. But the JJ School about JJ School of my father also knew, and my father also knew about Shantiniketan actually.
Oh, okay.
He heard about it because of maybe like this music and all actually.
He was interested in music.
He was interested in folklore music and all actually. So he used to go for bhajans and all, kirtans and all in the local this thing actually. But I don't know. Maybe he must have heard from his own friends.
What language would you speak? Marathi or Kannada?
Kannada. My father knew both.
Huh.
Marathi and Kannada and Hindi also. Actually. He used to write also, Marathi language. And since he was a munim in this thing, their written script is called Modi,
Achha.
which is which is during the this Nizam's time.
Huh?
They used to.
It looks like
The script is it's only script. It cannot be
spoken.
spoken. So then.
So this was the first time you were traveling so far.
Yeah, first time I was traveling so far. Then I went directly to the college, and I found it that they said you need to have a Maharashtra certificate, basic Maharashtra certificate. Then only you'll get admission. Otherwise, it is difficult. Then I came back to Gulbarga. Then one of my relatives, my grandmother's brother, younger brother, used to stay in Latur, which is Maharashtra. There was one small college like in Gulbarga actually. So they used to also run this course, the DTC, ATC, ATM, Art Master course,
So there is a difference between drawing teacher and art teacher.
Yeah, art teacher is a bit, you can go for the higher high
Salary.
school, you will become high school teacher or something. So drawing teacher is basically, the lower school teacher. So those are the difference actually. So I went there, I joined there because I was staying with my relatives, and they are quite well off actually. So they happily, accommodated me, then so I joined there, and again the language problem, because I didn't know Marathi actually. So they speak only Marathi actually. Then I joined there. In between, I came during the Diwali time. I came to Gulbarga for the festival.
You were like a hero.
No, it was for me also, because I was curious to join actually. That was the whole effort behind all this whole thing. So during the Diwali vacation, I came to Gulbarga, and one of my friend, he is a businessman, and also used to study in Gulbarga Art School, where I also go.
Studied.
So then he said there is a scholarship announcement, in Karnataka. So I applied on behalf of you also. So we both can go to, because I didn't know Bangalore actually. Till then I never traveled anywhere on that side. So I said we can go to Bangalore, Mysore, all these places, when we go for the interview. So I always used to sketch and all actually. I used to carry, most of the time I used to carry sketchbook. But I didn't know, I was not keen to get the scholarship also, because I don't think I am that eligible to, get it actually. So we were, main concern is to see around, Bangalore dekh sakte hai, and Mysore bhi dekh sakte hai, all this was a curious thing. So went there, Hebbar was there, S.G. Vasudev was there. So Hebbar saw the sketchbook. He said, what is your plan? So I said, I already applied for JJ school. I'm keen to go there and study actually. So he said, okay, if we give scholarship, where do you want to go? I said, anyway, my aim is to go to JJ school. No, you go to Baroda. Baroda is a new college and a very happening place, and all these people are there, and it's for study purpose, it's good. I was shortlisted, and Hebbar sir said, you go, you'll get it. First time I saw this big art college, till then I was not knowing art college bhi itna bada ho sakta hai, because I only knew science and commerce and other colleges have this kind of culture, and people are talking in English. Everybody is talking in English, you know. So that itself was shocked me. Like, so I said, मेरा तो होगा ही नहीं इधर, मुझे तो कुछ आता भी नहीं है. So I came, got down in Baroda, came directly to the hostel campus. I went to the canteen. कैंटीन में ये एक कर्नाटक का फैमिली था, वो कैंटीन रन करते थे इधर, यू नो दिस यूनिवर्सिटी कैंटीन्स. सो देन I came to know because they were talking in Kannada and that too from my side language. So I met him and he said, अरे अरे आप आए तो हम करेंगे कुछ ऐसा, बिकॉज आई डिडंट नो एनीबडी वो देयर, कहाँ पे रहना. एक रात तो मैंने उनका कैंटीन में बिताया.
अच्छा.
हाँ. So I got the admission, but I was not confident enough whether I should stay back or not. You know, like, that was in my mind.
So in the Viva, what did they ask you?
So ज्योति भट्ट वगैरह का मैं वो उधर ही थे, मुझे मालूम नहीं था वही ज्योति भट्ट है एक्चुअली. So देवर I said ज्योति भट्ट का नाम में हमने सुना, इसमें उनका पेंटिंग भी, मतलब जो ललित कला का पब्लिकेशंस का हमारा कॉलेज में सब लगा हुआ था. सो उनके नाम हम जानते हैं, जो मणि सर का जानते हैं. तो मणि सर को भी नहीं मिला था मैंने तब तक. तो ये सब हमने बताया ऐसा ऐसा, हम जानते हैं उनका बारे में पढ़ा है ऐसा. तो दैट इज हाउ you know interview finished. Then I got the admission and the other people are also got the admission. We stayed back only, we didn't go back to home. मैं भी नहीं गया because you know I thought if I go back to home they won't allow me to come back to study here, because my father was, you know, keen to put me in some job actually. So then mother used to say, you know, रहने दो कोई, you know, you come during Diwali time. I used to get 200 rupees scholarship actually. So within that only I have to manage, you know, like so I used to have food and everything, you know, hostel fee, everything within that only actually.
So was there a culture shock like that? I would think that time
there was a big culture shock for me actually. You know, I was telling you, na, like in one point of time, in spite of getting admission, I was thinking of going back to Gulbarga, because I didn't know other languages like the Hindi I knew, but that is Gulbarga Hindi, you know, like slightly. No, they never used to consider that is Hindi, you know, like it's kuch और ही बोलता है ऐसा है ना, लाइक. सो इंग्लिश तो बिल्कुल नहीं आता था मुझे, you know.
So if you can tell us some stories about your studio time with the teachers, anything you still remember, you still cherish.
See, during when I was studying in painting, I was quite close to Vinod Shah sir, because he was very humble and very smiley and very accommodative, very comfortable. We were scared of going to, you know, Shekhbai and all. Shekhbai was in artistry then. So then when we were in second or third year, he moved to painting as a head of it. But we were very scared to go there because he was always in talking in a very English, but not
academic.
So, but we all had a respect because, you know, we were studied about them in the school, art school and all actually. So they were here, we are meeting them. That was a big pride for me, you know, like when I go back Baroda, I know, like Gulbarga, I used to tell them all these people are my teachers, you know. ये जो पिक्चर लगाया है वो सब टीचर्स हमको पढ़ाते हैं एक्चुअली, यू नो. दिस वाज अ बिग थिंग फॉर अस एक्चुअली. ज्योति भाई वाज वेरी accommodative, very supportive, and his teaching was a very elaborate teaching, you know, very clinical, very this thing. So all this, even Ramesh Panda is a very joking person, like. Then when we were in first year, the Nilima ma'am was there. She was just appointed as a temporary maybe
Really?
contract or
Okay.
something. She was there, and Nasrin ma'am was there. They used to take painting and drawing. These two people. Other people used to come for the still life and other portraiture studies and all that. But Nasrin madam was very, very helpful actually, because you know what happened when we got the admission, other people got the hostel accommodation. I didn't get. I and the two people. So they said मिलेगा एक महीने में मिलेगा ऐसा. Then we were waiting.
Where were you staying?
We were staying in college only actually with the watchman actually.
Oh my God.
In the downstairs, we used to sleep with him only. And morning where the पेंटिंग डिपार्टमेंट वाटर टैप्स है ना, वहाँ पे मुंह गे धो के सोप गिफ्ट सब ब्रश एवरीथिंग वाज इन आवर आर्म बैग ओनली एक्चुअली. Then 10:30 we used to get a recess. 10:30 we used to go to hostel and have bath and come, because our other stuffs were kept with these people actually, all these senior teachers and pura raat we used to do sketching and all in the station only. Then रात में जाके कॉलेज में जाके वो वॉचमैन के साथ सोते थे.
और खाना?
हाँ,
खाना
तो टिफिन आता था, हॉस्टल जा सकते थे. खाने के लिए मेस का तो कोई प्रॉब्लम.
सब चल के करते थे.
हाँ, सब चल के. there is no other vehicles. Everything is close by only ना, it is not so. फिर क्या हुआ कि नसरीन मैडम हमेशा, हम जब सेकेंड ईयर आए तब वो हमेशा स्केचेस चेक करते थे. शी यूज्ड टू check the sketches and she used to say like 200 sketches जो करेंगे उनको ब्रेकफास्ट भी कैंटीन में खिला देते थे.
अच्छा.
इतना कोऑपरेटिव थे. तो हमको बनाना देती थी, बिकॉज वो 200 बोले तो हम 250 करके ले आते थे स्केच, बिकॉज हमारा हॉस्टल ही नहीं है तो पूरा टाइम स्केचिंग करना ये करना ही होता था. तो वो बहुत हेल्प किया हमको. फिर उसको पता नहीं था वी डोंट हैव हॉस्टल. देन एक दिन क्या हुआ कि हम बहुत रात तक स्केच किया या कुछ किया, पता नहीं आंख पूरा लाल हो गया था हमारा. वे सब क्लीन होने के बाद भी लाल हो गए थे. तो आज क्या हुआ तुमको, कुछ ठीक से सोए? नहीं ऐसा है मैडम, हमको हॉस्टल नहीं है ना, तो हम रात भर सो नहीं पाया, मच्छर बहुत है, तो हम इधर ही होते थे. तो फिर कहाँ करते थे? बोला इधर ही, वो काका का साथ ही सोते हम एक्चुअली. तो उसको सी फेल्ट बैड एक्चुअली. इतना दिन हमारा सब हर रोज हमको पूछती थी कैसे हो तुम लोग ऐसे. तो ये बात कभी आए नहीं. सी डिडंट नो ओनली. तो वो बोली कि आपको हॉस्टल नहीं है, कितना अभी ऑलमोस्ट 3-4 महीना हो रहा है हॉस्टल नहीं मिला मैडम ऐसा. फिर उसने वो जो आर्टिस्ट्री का स्टेप्स थे वहाँ जयराम भाई ये सब बैठे थे. तो जयराम भाई यूज्ड टू बी क्वाइट इन्फ्लुएंशियल दैट टाइम, लाइक अमंग द हॉस्टल्स वार्डन्स. तो वो उनका पास, हमको तो जयराम भाई के पास जाने का भी ये लगता था, बहुत डर लगता था. बाय अपीयरेंस ओनली ही वाज लाइक दैट एक्चुअली. सो ही सेड आप लोगों को मिला नहीं ऐसा. देन ही सेड चलो चीफ वार्डन के पास जाके, वो एक कुछ सिगरेट का ये था या कुछ था, उसमें खाली साइन करके दिए. कुछ भी बोला नहीं एक्चुअली. वो साइन लेके हमको जाके ये दिखा देना उनको, चीफ वार्डन को. बोला यार ये सिगरेट पैकेट का ये देखकर चीफ वार्डन के पास कैसे जाए हम, बहुत एम्बेरेसिंग लगेगा ऐसा ऐसा। तो उसके साथ गए हम, फिर वहाँ जाके चीफ वार्डन को जाके खाली ये दिखा जयराम पटेल को जिला क्या प्रॉब्लम क्या है सर, बहुत टाइम हो गया, हॉस्टल मिला ही नहीं, कोई हॉस्टल का लिस्ट में हमारा नाम आ ही नहीं रहा है ऐसा ऐसा। तो ऐसा ऐसा अभी कहाँ रह रहे हो, तो हम बोला नहीं हॉस्टल में इसके साथ रहते हैं हम ऐसा। तो बोला कि चलो ठीक है, यहाँ जाके फोर्थ पार्टनर बोलकर ये वार्डन को जाके मिलो, तो आपको कौन सा हॉस्टल में अच्छा लगता है, हम बोला एनवी हॉल सर। तो देन नसीर मोहम्मद वाज हैप्पी एक्चुअली। फिर हमको तो बहुत खुश हो गया, उसको कैसा एक्सप्रेस करना वो भी हमको समझ में नहीं आ रहा था, बट सी मेड अस comfortable.
Nice.
कराते थे हमको।
Is this the time when Jyotibai was taking photographs?
He was always in the photography this thing, मगर वो काफ़ी चीज़ पोर्ट्रेचर स्टिल लाइफ वो सब का हमको बहुत अच्छी तरह करके दिखाते थे, करके नॉट एग्जैक्टली डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन, नॉट एग्जैक्टली डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन, पार्टली लाइक ऐसा होना चाहिए ऐसा होना चाहिए, वो बैठ के ड्राइंग करके वो सब दिखाते थे। सो वेरी वेरी दिस थिंग कंसर्न लाइक सभी स्टूडेंट्स का एक्चुअली। और कुछ नहीं है तो अपना कबोर्ड खोल के वहाँ से मटेरियल वगैरह भी देते थे, सो ही हैड गिवन वंस लाइक विंसन न्यूटन का बॉक्स दिया था, हम तो खाली नाम ही सुने थे, वो अंदर से कबोर्ड से निकल के दिया।
And what kind of works were you doing that time?
Figurative, but beginning we were doing a bit, I was doing bit abstraction and all actually. The narrative trend was started, all this. But lot of activity started when Segbhai joined.
Right.
Like discussion, this and that. The people used to come, many outside artists also used to come and discuss
actually.
Sudhir Patwardhan was he had come once, he had come, Giu Patel came, they were all together came. Vasu, Suresh and Pradeep, all these people 1 or 2 years senior, and Ramesh, Rekha, all these people I
seniors.
think Ved was also there.
Achha.
And in their class, there lot of them are good practitioners.
So, what was your relation with the printmaking studio?
Printmaking, because my subsidiary subject was printmaking, and plus those days, even now we have
subsidiary है ना, printmaking, ceramic.
So those days, this Jai Kumar was senior. He came directly for the master's post graduation. Like he was working in the printmaking. So that is how during recess time or free time, we used to go to printmaking and sit together and chat. So that is how I got into printmaking. That is the reason. And also Dumal was very this thing, encouraging, like तुम्हारा drawing अच्छा है, print करो ऐसे। So that is how it started.
You have all your works from the early days to now?
No, early days ka print. What happened, after my graduation, I went back home. So my father was not allowing me to go back because I already got admission here. दुमल बोला तुम जाके आना, तुम्हारा एडमिशन सीट तो रहेगा इधर। तो फिर till then I didn't go home only because I was scared they will.
4 years.
4 years. In between once or twice, just I went 1 day or 2 days like.
And your scholarship continued?
Continue. Scholarship.
And still 200?
Still 200. So then I went back and my father said, don't go and you stay back here, यहाँ पे जरूरी है ऐसा। Then my mother said, तुमको जाना है तो जाओ, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, हम मैनेज करेंगे. Then came back. फिर somehow like मुझे पेंटिंग से ज़्यादा प्रिंट में मज़ा आ रहा था. एंड दोज डेज प्रिंट वाज हैपनिंग, लाइक बहुत ही मॉडर्न ये लग रहा था, लाइक बहुत लोग और प्रिंट मेकिंग हमारा साइड में तो सुना भी नहीं थे एक्चुअली, यहाँ सब हो रहा था. तो आई थॉट इट इज़ अ न्यू सब्जेक्ट एंड कुछ तो कुछ हो जाए. दैट इज़ द रीज़न आई जॉइंड इन प्रिंट मेकिंग एक्चुअली.
This is an oral history project presented by the Arc Foundation for the Arts. Music is Rag Yaman by Vibal Sara, with our thanks to UD Entertainment Private Limited. Special thanks to Vijay Bagodi. Thank you for listening.